Welcome back, guys. We are here with Rory McIlroy's PGA Tour Golf, and it's time for some online tournaments once again. Your boy again at 2K12. Yeah, I'm gonna stop putting that accent on now because it does not suit me. I'll launch straight back in. Our boy Dustin Johnson. Let's load it up. Yeah, I think I'll be skipping the pro tournament and jumping.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, hello again, and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobila. We are in the great state of North Carolina, set to kick off the round here at Quail Hollow. Frank, it is one of the most well-respected courses on tour.
And for good reason, Rich. Great layout. Also, we said hello to Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler. They recorded their first ever PGA Tour wins at this very golf course.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. On the green, and a chance for birdie. And this up with a top. In red figures at 1 under par. Frank, this is a really fun hole, a pretty short par 3, downhill.
Yeah, half a club, you can allow for that, so it won't play its full yardage. You can really see that right part of the green. That's the most inviting one, but when they stick the flag on the left, you really have to be precise. Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
What was that?
Man, 52 yards.
A big sweeping dog.
Get him.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible.
How much respect
great shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Now to the fourth hole here at Quail Hollow, just under 490 yards.
Yeah, they used to have the tee on the right side, which actually made that tee shot very uncomfortable. When they put the new tee box in on the left side, it's a little easier to hit that fairway because that fairway slopes from right to left. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn. Plenty of power and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Straight in, boy.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Now to the first par 5 here at Quail Hollow, the fifth hole. It's 570 yards, and it would seem, Frank, that this tee shot sets up well for a guy like Rory McIlroy.
It does. Someone that hits it long and moves the ball right to left. And that's what you're going to have to do here. One of the main reasons for that is not necessarily the dog leg, but the fact that the fairway, Rich, slopes away from you. It slopes to the right and away. So that makes that tee shot so much more difficult.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Pure strike.
Peekaboo. I see you.
And that is close.
These putts keep the round together.
Jim's got that ball.
They really play well. -5. Frank, this is where you know that players like Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy are playing a different game. and guys like me, they step up to this 250-yard par 3 and they might hit 5-iron. It is a little downhill, but they might be with a middle iron for a lot of us would be with a driver.
Well, you see the advantage of that power on this very hole, not just because of the length they got to hit it, but the green they're heading into. This green slopes off in both directions, right and left, so you have to land that ball in the middle of the green. So, yeah, it's a big advantage if you can go at this hole with like a 5-iron.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5-7.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's the decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Frank, I love a drivable par 4 in the modern power game. It really adds an element of excitement. Here we go at the 350-yard par 4-8.
Well, you're definitely going to love this one then, Rich, because it ticks all the boxes here. There's no water in play, just a few bunkers down the left and the one that protects the right side of the green. And you've got a really narrow green, so plenty of reward with minimal risk.
That's in the fairway. This, the second shot here at the par 4. Oh, what an incredible shot. Here we are at the 9th hole at Quail Hollow, 495-yard par 4. Frank, it is the longest par 4 on the golf course. Is it, in your estimation, the toughest?
I think the green stops it from being the toughest, Rich, because it does kick in from either side. But when you see holes like this, there's no surprise why the Rory McIlroys and the Ricky Fellas are one on here. This is just a great driving par 4.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. This one has a chance to be close. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
This is a 19-foot putt. In the words of the legendary basketball announcer Marv Albert, from way downtown, yes.
From way downtown.
Frank, on this backside at Quail Hollow, a player does have a good chance to get off to a good start with that par 5 10th and now relatively short par 4 11th, where a player with a good drive could stick a short iron in their hands.
Yeah, this is one you're going to have to make a decision. You can just play this as a straightforward dogleg left par 4 and hit a 3-wood or a long iron up there and 9-iron or something like that into the green. Or, if you want it, you can try and blast a drive around the corner.
That's all right.
I don't know if that's the more prudent play, but it's fun.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his middle.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Par 412 here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know you line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
Birdie try up next.
Still not east.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Look at
racking up the birdies.
And
7 for the day. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Good. Do that. Now teed up at the 15th hole. It is the final par 5 here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. And Frank, I remember this hole well. McIlroy stiffed a 5-iron on his way to making eagle, his first PGA Tour win. That came back in 2010.
And the opportunity exists again here. Under 600 yards, plays downhill off the tee. Those 2 bunkers on the right are perfectly situated. That second one about 310 yards to it. So something straight at that one with a little draw will set up that mid-iron or long iron that has to be hit very high and uphill. Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Stuffed it in there really close. And now just a tackle. Shouldn't be a problem here. That is how you jumpstart a round with an eagle. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
There's no problems there. The birdie.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has, it plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie. he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, the player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide field of expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you hit the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it will be. Should be safely on deck.
Oh, just going in.
Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Oh, finish one shy.
Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
You've been amazing.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner.
Bye.